legörrébb a célkapóhoz teljesen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rajt! Nagyon jó futás mindenkinek! Vigyázzatok egymásra!
Most a félében megnyílik az egyik felé, és akkor rögtön meg a másik felé, és akkor így két csapodok kilométerben.
Yeah, at the beginning of the race, I think it's important not to start off very strong because you will just burn off a lot of energy. But when you can see so many people around, it's hard to resist. So that's why you can see people just shooting out. Except, okay, you can see the runners at the front. That's just their normal pace, so it's a different story for them. But the people who I will be overtaking later, who are just running in front of me now, they are definitely burning more energy than they should. They should definitely chill out a little bit and just relax. But it's it's a really chill race, to be honest. It's just something that you can do every Saturday. And we have, or they have, the organizers assigned different routes. This morning they sent us an email that they won't be postponing the race or the event. It shouldn't be called, I shouldn't call it a race because technically it's not. But you can still kind of compete with the others. So they told us that they are not going to postpone the race, even though it was raining, and they knew that there will be a little bit of rainfall here, just some sprinkling here and there during the run. So overall, they changed the course. Normally we would turn right in like 200 meters and just go into this forest in the right hand side. That's where we normally go, and it's a beautiful route actually. But you know, they don't really want anybody to get hurt, and after rain, these are mud roads, so you could slip and fall, and we have all sorts of ages participating in this race, and you really don't want anybody to get hurt and injured. If you can hear the sounds in the background, it's just people behaving like animals in the streets, and I have my window open, so that's why. And this is my first time doing this kind of route. The last time it rained, we had a different route that was going more towards the city center. We didn't really turn to the right in this direction. And the race doesn't even start at the point that I showed you at the beginning. It starts from a different location, but it's just 100 meters away from this spot. So people are more spread out at this point. They are still having conversations. It's just, vibing. This guy even has a dog. You can see that he has this number on his back, and if it has this dark background, then he runs 10 kilometers. If it's a blue background, then it's a 5 kilometer. If it's white, then those people are just walking the 5 kilometers. There are also cyclists, but we don't really have a lot. Cyclists are very rare, and if we have them, it's like 3 riders. And they usually cover 20 kilometers. Oh yeah, here the dog randomly walked in front of me, so the guy had to tell him off. I had to do a hard stop. Real quick. And we are just gliding Still not going too fast.
Nem is tudottam, hogy ezek csak ittek. Ebben voltam azért, elmentem biztos valójában. Megnyitni, aztán utána elmentem üvődni egyet.
These bros were probably friends, but I still sensed some level of competition going on there. Because the guy in the blue shirt told the other one that, hey, you are speeding up. The other one was like, oh yeah, really? Oh. I was like, okay. So it's mostly just a chill race. We started. Let me tell you the splits real quick, because I really wasn't showing the time. I couldn't really turn on my phone and lock it, or just keep doing that on repeat, because as you can see, it's raining. Those small little dots that show up on the video, those are rain droplets. So we are probably approaching the end of the second kilometer. The first kilometer was 4:52. The second kilometer is going to be much faster at 4:39, which I had to do because those four guys were blocking the way, so I tried to just break out quickly. And now I'm approaching that family, which is going to take a while. This is where I realized that I should probably slow down, since kilometer 3 and 4 can be tricky. You would think that 5 kilometer would pass very quickly, but it really doesn't. And it's better to keep a little bit left for the last kilometer, especially when you are not super structured about it. If I am looking for a personal best, then I would just start slow, and then I would keep looking at my average and just calculate how much I have to speed up. For example, I wanted to go down below 23 minutes, and then I just started at 5, and I think I had to speed up 12 seconds each kilometer or something like that. And that averaged out at 23, but I managed to go even faster, and that was my PR 22 whatever. Well, my old PR is like 18:36, but it would be nice to get back to that pace. The guy to the left is somebody who I see very often in the red shirt, and I think he's getting faster, by the way, so respect. He's training really hard. He's doing his best. And you can see competitiveness. He's trying to take over the guy And I guess he did, but then he has to keep going because you need to show some commitment. And then he just, yeah, he ran out of steam, so I could just take over everybody. Yeah, it's better to just wait for that moment when they run out of steam. Of course, if you are trying to compete with a very strong runner, it's not going to happen. Then it's a very different game. And okay, there are those two kids. It's going to take me quite a while to reach them. So it's amazing how fast kids can run, actually. And the woman in front of them, I wasn't sure if it was their mom or just a random woman. I actually don't know. But they were sticking around. Yeah. So turns out that this track was actually longer than 5 kilometers. It was 5:35. You can see the river, but it's to the left, behind the trees. Yeah, this is like a refreshment station.
See ya.
The guy is really cool. He always brings us some extra isotonic drinks. This is like actually isotonic drink. He doesn't fill up the cup completely. I'm losing a lot of time here. I should probably not do this if I actually want to run fast. Yeah, and now I just have to somehow close the gap again. And normally you don't do it fast, you just do it slowly, and judging from the distance it could take up to 800 meters or a kilometer even. But we are at the halfway point, over 3 kilometers now. Not right now, but soon. The breathing will become more and more labored as we move on. The kids are causing some trouble for the lady, so I think it's okay. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't think it's. I don't think this is a family. So number 4, kilometer 4 is 4:48. Here I opt for the mud road, or the side of the road, because I think it's relatively level and it's also good for the knees. sometimes this slightly uneven surface, it just feels better for the knees. I don't know why. Probably it has to do something. It has something to do with proprioception. That guy is walking. Yeah, it's a thing here. You can also walk the 5 kilometer distance. At this point we have been running for 17 minutes or a bit more. The overall run will take 25 minutes because of the extra 350 meters, which makes sense. At 12 kilometers per hour, 200 meters is exactly 1 minute, and 100 meters are just half a minute. So this is a difficult part of the race. I know that I can't really relax anymore, and subconsciously or even consciously you do know that you are getting to the end of the race. It's still pretty far away, like 2 kilometers or less. But it's still a considerable distance, right? So you still have to be very mindful of your reserves. But suffering will increase, because we will be trying to dish out more. At this point, I'm actually considering just staying around 450, because I was just, so cooked. I didn't really expect a strong pace. I just wanted to get through it. But whenever I come to this event, I can never just chill. I want one occasion when I just come here and do a clean 5 kilometer or a 5 minutes per kilometer, just a 12 kilometer per hour, and that's it. Just a clean 25 minutes. Not exhausting myself at all, not trying to race, but I like racing. It's just cool. It's also a problem to solve. It's interesting. This time I managed to put on the cap in kind of an okay position, so that's why the angle is not tilted too much. That's all you will hear, just labored breathing. But at the same time I'm trying to keep it somewhat disciplined, right, or composed. I do have to breathe in enough oxygen and breathe out the CO2. It has to happen. But I'm also trying not to panic, trying to run efficiently, relaxing my legs at each stride, trying to make use of the natural recoil of my heels. Monitoring my body constantly, basically. And we are I don't think this is the last kilometer. It's very hard to judge, unfortunately, for me, because it's a longer distance. It's not like an even number. But the 5th kilometer is going to be 4:27, so I will be speeding up. And the last 350 meters are going to be really fast at 3:43. So that's a sprint. You can expect a sprint, yes. I didn't want to do that, but there's a guy who is about to overtake me. He has been working on it. The guy in the yellow shirt will show up very soon to the left. So he has been working on it for a while, but to be honest, I was struggling to keep up this pace. So I was like, yeah, if bro can take me over, then good for him. He trained a lot, respect. And I just try to focus on the running economy, that's all. But I was also mindful of him. And I also try to pose a bit of a challenge. I try to even out the stride and still keep it powerful. To at least not let him get away quickly, just not relenting. I think that's important. Do not slow down when they take over. Just let them burn energy. That's a competitive thing. And I also, just stay composed and disciplined. I think that's also a better look. And it psychologically tells him that who knows what this guy can do. Maybe this is not his max speed, so he is still. This is not over for him. When you take somebody over, you still have to keep going because you never know. You have to trust that maybe this distance that he's creating is going to mentally break me. And to be honest, I wasn't really planning on doing anything. And he put in like almost 30, 40, almost 50 meters at this point. I was like, yeah, okay, good job, bro. If you can do that, then if you can keep up that speed until the end of the race, then I am not at your level at all. But then I start noticing very soon that he slows down. Maybe you will see it as well. Yeah, I'm just fighting. The overtaking has finished. I'm trying to stabilize a bit.
Okay, I'm dead, but we should scare him.
Okay, this is when I noticed that he is slowing down, and I was like, I really have nothing to lose. And my plan was to just get close to him and scare him. And maybe he would take off and increase his speed. That would be fun. And then, I just wanted to do a strong 200 meter like this. But we are probably running at 4 or even faster. I slowed down because I wanted to give up, but then I decided not to. I was like, wait, maybe I can do this. The finish line is not too far. Okay. Heart rate is probably extremely high. Breathing will be labored. It's going to get even crazier from this point. So I'm lowering the volume too. Less disciplined. Increased rate. I'm slowing down as well, which is a danger. He can notice it and try to overtake me. Strong winds. All I have to do is turn left there and finish the race. So I'm barely hanging on. I really want to cut the corner, but I know I shouldn't. So I somehow push myself to the end of this pole.
That's what she said.
Turn. And then start sprinting a bit more because it's a downhill slope. We are getting to a sprint. I'm tilting my head back whenever I sprint, so that's why the view is fucked. Yeah, kind of destroyed myself there at the end. And from this point it will take several minutes for me to recover. The guy in the yellow shirt actually came up and congratulated me later. Nice sportsmanship being displayed. Yeah, my bottleneck is definitely the lungs, not the actual muscle power. Yeah, very panicked breathing. Jesus. I even lay down, yeah. Oh, it's very reminiscent of the rowing days. This is how I would just lay at the end of races. Barely catching my breath. In pain. It's fine. It didn't feel good, I admit that. But I did it. It was a very good sprint. And I just want to take care of the camera at this point to not record the whole agony. And then it's all good, I refresh. So the final result is a 440 at 25 minutes on 5 kilometers and 5 kilometers 350 meters. Fastest split was the last sprint. Actually there was a kilometer which was like a 4:07.
Stupid race. Fuck.
Yeah, here I'm questioning my choices. Like, why did I sprint? I could have just glided in, not giving a shit about the thing. But I just really wanted to get close to the yellow shirt guy and just slow down again. Just play around a bit, be a little mean. Then I realized that he doesn't have much in the tank and I have more than I thought.
Thanks for watching. Look at this crazy weather. It's just a typical summer storm. It's our first. I love it when it happens. As long as it's, not too damaging for the city or the environment. And that's it, I'm gonna call it. Because my flat is getting wet.